Mr Speaker,
The Honourable Nanaima Hita.
For Waikato-Tainui to continue to consolidate its relationship through the Kingitanga Accord with the various ministries will be a good thing. When we look at some, again, practical opportunities, let's look at Te Puaha o Waikato, let's look at what's happening with whitebaiting and the regulation of that down in that area. There is an expectation in that community that things could be done better and in a more integrated way. Perhaps, under these accords, under this sense of integrated management, we could get a win-win outcome for that community, the preservation of the whitebait fisheries and the better management of it. But these are but some of the opportunities that can fall from this particular agreement. Can I also point to the fact that the vision and strategy has now dropped from recognition in the national policy statement to the regional policy statement. At the end of the day, what people want to see is that the vision and the strategy is embraced at a real level in the plans and in the rules of regional council so that everything that happens within the domain of the Waikato River hinges off those high ideals, principles that are contained in the vision and strategy. In saying that, the Guardians Establishment Committee, Gordon Blake, Tuku Roirangi Morgan and every member who was a participant in that committee worked long and hard to ensure that the vision and strategy was not an airy-fairy document but something that many communities, many people, Waikato-Tainui, can hold as solid aspirations to be achieved and realised through the implementation of this particular settlement. That process in itself was again a bridge building one and should be commended. For every member that was on that committee, I offer my personal thanks for their commitment and tireless effort to produce a vision and strategy which I think we can all be proud of in this House, should you take the time to read it. It is one that I think other iwi may want to look to as a starting point for a conversation about what they want to see for their rivers and waterways. Mr Speaker, those are the types of things that in these committee stages I think are important to highlight and should not be ignored. Can I just make the final point while I have the floor to the Minister, not requiring a response, but when it comes to the application of your streamlined model, can I just urge that horses for courses and that the model, where it fits, should be looked to as a positive one, but where it doesn't fit, and iwi will soon tell you that these are the clunky bits, and are very quite pragmatic about it, I just urge you to consider that, and especially as that applies to the waipa. There was no coincidence when the Waikato Maniapoto Māori Trust Board was established that relationship was an inherent one relating to our whakapapa connection, but also in history, when the confiscations affected Waikato so dramatically, it was Maniapoto who looked after Waikato. And that there are deeper connections than that. But in its simplicity, when we try and look for a solution for the Waikato River, you can't have a clean Waikato without a clean waipa. So the solutions are really hand in hand in terms of what we do, in terms of what the Minister does in negotiating forward a treaty settlement and a model to help Maniapoto clean up the waipa, because you cannot have a clean Waikato without a clean waipa. That is the reality. It's the biggest tributary going into the Waikato and it does affect the health and well-being of it. We should urge each and every one of us, when we're looking at a sustainable model for waterways, in this instance, you have to see the two as hand in hand. Kia ora tātou.
Mr Chair.